the combination of two syllables, two sounds. Ha is fire. Ha, 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 right? And ta is cooling. So ha, ta is hot and cold, representative of the energies of the sun and the moon, where one energy is giving, and the other one is receiving. And as you know, the moon, even when it's at its fullest, its strongest, it's only ever shines with 4% the illumination of the sun. So the moon is not here to teach us give. The moon is here to teach us that sense of flow and change, and that not every day is the same. If it was just sun all the time, the days would just be the same. It's the sun that, or sorry, the moon's rhythms and flows that create the sense of change and evolution, transformation, and time. When we bring together these two forces, the ha and the ta, and they come together, we're looking for a place of balance, of wholeness, of togetherness. But there also needs to be some space, right? If you want to lift anything up, you're going to need a little bit of space between the pillars. Even the pillars of the temple stand apart. So that little bit of space, that meeting point between the giving, the strength, energy of the masculine. In this yoga class, we're looking for that meeting point between the masculine and then the feminine, which is represented by that flow and the beauty of that flow. So where beauty and strength meet, that space in between is what we call grace. So fire and coolness, masculine and feminine, strength and beauty, making this graceful sensation in your body, graceful, because we're not here to stretch. You know what happens when you stretch and you let go, it just snaps right back. Don't go back, keep moving forward. So expand and see if you can just surrender your ego for the next 3 breaths. I'm going to ask you to, on your exhale, stick your tongue out and go a little bit like you're about to awaken a dragon. Nice one. Do you know that all of the meridians of your body, all these energy channels connect to your tongue? On your next inhale, see if you just lift your head and look slightly forward, press your shoulders down, see if you can become aware of your pelvis. And on your exhale, bring your forehead gently back down towards the floor. We're going to do this for the next 5 or 6 breaths. And every time you inhale, I want you to lift yourself a little bit higher. And exhale, sink back down, and see if that sinking part can really feel graceful, nice and slow. And slow motion is that lotion that's going to set your inner body free. Now I'm going to ask you to start rolling out over your knees a little bit. So with your next inhale, tuck your tail in between your legs, squeeze your lower belly in, arch yourself up. And then with your exhale, stick your butt out, squeeze your shoulder blades together, open your heart, and then slide back towards your bum, like somebody's pulling on your tail. On your inhale, pelvic floor activates, belly button. Hello, spine. And then as you exhale, stick your bum out, warming up your whole spine like a wave. Is it the breath that comes first and the movement that follows, or is it the movement that gives rise to your breath? Can you find a way where it's really hard for you to tell the difference between movement and breath so that it becomes one synchronized flow? This last time, see if you come up and then stay here, cat pose. And then I want to inhale into cow pose. Exhale, cat pose, belly button and nose, try to get as close as possible. And then inhale, big, heavy belly, like you're full of milk and nourishment. Did you know that the reason why the cows are sacred in India isn't because they're like super divine or above anything else? It's because when a soul comes to this world, it starts, the first body you're given is a cow. And I guess if you're a good cow, you go upwards. And if you're a bad cow, maybe you become human. Just kidding. That was a joke. But seriously, their hierarchy, plants and trees are above humans. Yes? We're not the top of the spiritual spectrum. Let's start taking this into a downward facing dog. So see if you can tuck your tail in as you press back, and then gently uncurl your legs and come as straight as you can. On your inhale, bend your knees, come all the way back. See if you can roll your shoulders slightly over your fingertips. And then on your exhale, sit back and then slowly uncurl your legs. Heels towards the floor, and then slowly bend your knees back down. Let's do this like 3 or 4 more times. I'm doing what I'm doing, you're doing what you're doing. Can you close your eyes? Focus on your feeling, your flow, strength, and beauty. Creates this graceful sensation in your body of unrestricted flow, strong enough to hold, soft enough to flow. And then on your next downward facing dog, take your right foot off the floor. And then see if you lift it straight up behind you. Don't open your toes. Keep all your 5 toes facing down. Push your heel as far as you can towards the back wall. Activate your foot, widen your foot and spread your toes. Really feel that you're stretching the sole, expanding the sole. Don't stretch. Lift your leg a little bit higher. Keep pressing through your heel. Keep pressing towards the back wall. 1 more breath here. And then slowly exhale and bring your right knee to your left elbow. And stay and hold. See if you can lift your right knee a little bit higher. And then send it all the way straight back and up. Bring your right knee towards your right elbow. Lift your knee a little bit higher so it's towards your armpit. Send it back. Lift through your heel, all 5 toes. Spread as wide as you can. Try to open up. And then step your right foot towards your right hand. Lower your left knee. We're just going to flow through this leg a few times. So with your exhale, slide in, nose towards your knee. Lift your foot, spread your toes. On your inhale, come back. And see if you can go all the way where your shoulders open up. Squeeze your walnut behind your heart. Look up. Exhale. Flow inside. These meridians on the back of your calf and the back of your hamstrings belong to the water element. Water is your liver and your kidneys. So the detoxing organs of your body. Or maybe depending on how toxic you are feeling at the moment, maybe they're just more like the garbage cans. So let's flow through and release a little bit. See if you come up to straight leg, and then I want you to lift your back leg too. Come into a pyramid. You might need to adjust your hands. See if you can let your torso kind of dangle and melt and fold over your right leg. Keep your right toes lifted. Spread your right toes. Try to suck your knees up. Activate your thighs. Activate your hips. How's your tongue? What's your tail doing? And then see if you bring your hands down, and then try, without bending your knee, to slide it back and up. And then let's do 5 circles with the knee, and don't do the way your circles the way I'm doing it. Don't look at me even. Don't get even a little moment of copying. Do your own circles. Draw your own shapes. I mean, you don't have to do circles either. You could draw like, your daughter's face if you want with your knee. Let's change the direction. You can draw squares or triangles or spirals. Just try not to copy and just do the same and mindlessly just go through the motions. Slow down and feel every little moment. Step your right foot down, sorry. Inhale, come forward. Let's hold up a little plank for a moment. And then we're just going to bend the knees and then press back through the heels 5 times. So either with your inhale or your exhale, but use your breath. Nice. 2 more. 1 more. As you press back to downward facing dog, lift your left foot. Keep your toes pointing down. Spread your toes. Extend your heel to the back wall. Try to slam your foot into the back wall. Feel that strength and power and force of your masculine energy. Hold yourself. Press the floor down like you mean it. And then see if you slowly bring your left knee to your right elbow. Lift your knee as high as you can towards your armpit. 1 more breath. Inhale, send it all the way back. Lift it as high as you can. Press your heel towards the back wall. Expand your soul. Get a little bit bigger, longer, stronger, more. Left knee to your left elbow. And then lift your knee towards your armpit. 1 more breath. Inhale and send your left foot straight up and back. Lift it high, high, high. Step your left foot forward towards your hands. Lower your right knee. So again, the inhale is here, and then the exhale. We fold, we come together. And again, when we're doing these kind of repeated flows, if you're like me, which I'm not assuming in any way, but if you are in any way like me, it might feel really nice to close your eyes. Somehow I feel that I feel more with my eyes closed doing this. You might not be like that. Listen to your body. All right, let's stay here with the nose towards the knee, and then let's lift the right leg towards straight. Let your torso melt over your left thigh. Hang out for a moment. See if you keep your hands in a position so that you can take your left leg back without bending your knee. Lift it up, bend your knee now, and then do your circles that might not be circles at all. And again, the slower you move, the more awareness you can bring to everything. The greatest cause of all disease is stress. So when you come to yoga, see if you need to go faster, if actually the medicine that your body is craving is to slow down. Change direction. Let's do even slower. Like, notice, yes, huffing and puffing. Slowly lower yourself down and then walk your feet towards your hands. Maybe we'll just hang out for a few breaths. You can hold onto your elbows. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Relax your forehead. If you can wiggle your nose and your ears. If you can't, then think about wiggling your nose and your ears. Relax the back of your heart. Let the blood of your heart flow into your brain. Change your perspective a little bit. Slowly release your arms. Bend your knees a little bit. On your inhale, reach your arms forward and then uncurl yourself. Stick your tail in between your legs. Press your front body towards your back body, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come all the way up. And then we're going to exhale like a bird through the sky and try to keep your shoulders forward like you're flying all the way down. And then do that a few more times. So inhale, arms straight up. Uncurl your spine. Connect yourself. You know that one of the greatest goals for a yogi is to become aware of each one of the 33 vertebrae of the spine. This is where all the information of the body flows through the spine, through these 33 different separate little units. Let's do our last 3 breaths even slower, even fuller, even more. And then after this last exhale, we'll do one last inhale and I'll meet you with your arms lifted up over your head. And then I'm going to get you, yes I am, we're going to go onto our tippy toes. Oh. All right, so now you know that we have this thing in yoga that the rishis understood thousands of years ago, that where you look is then your focus. So if you look around the room and your eyes are going everywhere, you don't have focus, you have restlessness. So use your drishti, use your eyes to look at something that doesn't move. And then see if you can lift your right knee in towards your chest. Oh, right? And then take a step. And then lift your left knee into your chest. And take a step. Finding this really hard because I'm trying to out of the corner of my eye to look at you guys as well. Use your drishti and then I'm all over. There you go. And let's see if we can do that going backwards as well. So maybe 2 steps with each leg. Lift and step. Nice one, friend. See if you widen your feet a little bit. Turn your hands into monkeys. So just dangle your hands like soft hands, like they don't know how to read or write or any of that fine-tuned stuff. They open bananas real good though. Keep on your toes. And when you come down, lower your heels, and we're going to breathe pretty quickly on the way down. Like you can swing a few times between your legs. On your inhale, come up on your tippy toes all the way back up. This is going to happen 4 more times. Exhale. For the last 3, get really conscious that you're just letting stuff go. Stuff you're holding in your kidney and your livers in the back of your body. Last one. Let go now. Yes. All right, so let's have a little bit of a playtime with the shoulders. See if you take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. This is not it. This is lazy, and this again like a monkey hand. Bring your wrists together, palms together. Why? Feel it in your forearms. Here, not so much here. I'm activating the forearms and through the elbows too, so my energy body stays open all the way. Let's go forward slowly. Lift your arms away from your head and then see if you can bring your arms over your head and tap the floor with your knuckles. Inhale, come all the way back up. And as you come back, pull your hips forward and pull your hands away from your hips. Squeeze your heart nice and open. Exhale, come back and over. We're going to do this 4 more times. There's a walnut between your shoulder blades. Try to crack it open. It's really old and it's really hard and you're going to have to crack it. If that Willy Wonka thing again, if you run out of walnuts, don't worry, there's more. There's always more. Oh. So shall we just stay, like when we come up, let's just stay here and then come up on your tippy toes and then imagine you're just about to throw yourself off a cliff, like, woohoo! Woo! Open your arms. And like, you know that picture of the fool in tarot? Woo! Let's do that a few times. So throw yourself, yes. Open your front body. Trust your back body to be strong. It's got you. Last one. Nice one. Okay. Now we want to do a little bit of a twist here. So we're going to take, not on your toes, on your foot. Ground your left foot. 4 corners of the foot. Don't mess around. Take super glue or a little nail. Hammer this knuckle or super glue this knuckle down. Sounds really morbid, yeah? But if you lift, you're gone. Stay here. Commit here. This spot. Press that down. Don't abandon that part. Keep your foot. Lift your right knee into your chest. Try to tuck your tail in between your legs. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and then reach your right arm around and look at your own thumb behind you. Open your shoulders. Open your heart. Walnut. Yes. Just going to keep saying walnut, walnut, walnut. Just in my head, I was like, oh, they're all nuts about the wall. They're all looking at the wall, so walnuts. From here, we're going to dance over into Warrior 3. So you can have your arms either by your hips or right forward in front. Push through your fingers and your feet. We're not here to just dangle. We're here to activate all the way through. One more breath. Change your feet and bring your left knee up into your chest. Press into your right foot. Super glue your toe. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. I'm going, okay. Left arm behind you. Follow your thumb. Open your heart. Walnut, walnut, walnut. Open your heart more. Open your shoulder more. Beautiful. Warrior 3. Don't look down. Look right ahead like you're going to fly forward. Otherwise, you're going to crash. Look forward. Open your heart. Walnut. Active foot, active fingers. Yes. So you bring your hands down. Step back and let's come into plank. So I want to just test everybody today. I want to go down to knees, chin, and chest, but I want all 4 points to touch the floor at the same time. So it's not knees, chin, chest. It's going to be knees, chin, chest. Okay? Fine, yeah? Knees, chin, chest. Yes. Tuck your toes back, tuck your tail in between your legs, swoop your hips forward, suck your belly in toward your spine, and then slowly uncurl, come into your cobra. That was so good, ladies. Let's do it 3 more times. Press back to downward facing dog. I'll give you 2 breaths. Now you know what's coming, so you can prepare yourself. On your inhale, roll to plank. On your exhale, knee, chin, chest. Tuck your tail in, roll forward, and open your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Sorry, I was like just catching up with my own breath. Inhale to plank. Last time. So knees and chest at the same moment. Yes. Tuck your toes back. Tuck your tail in. Bring your chin in towards your heart as you come up. And then on your inhale, spread yourself open. Nice one. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths here on your own. Feel it. Walk it out. Tune in with your energy, with yourself. And let's say you start walking your hands towards your feet. Small steps, and you can wiggle your hips if you want to. All right, so here you go. Here's my bum. We're going to work on coming down, and I want you to try to look at your own tail. So through your legs a little bit. And then see if you can slide your shoulders in and through too. And then magic happens if you can put your hands around your bum. And then little by little work on straightening your legs. Yes, what are we doing? This is one of those things, like if I took a picture now and I put it on Instagram, people would be like, I'm not going to yoga. They're weird. See if you can find places where you're holding tension. Like, for example, how's your belly here? Are you compressing your abs? Are they active, or can you soften in your belly a little bit more? How's your lower back? Slowly bend your knees and bring your hands down so that they're behind your heels. Be here. Yeah. Can you lift your feet? Rebecca, try to turn your fingers forward to protect your wrists a little bit more. Yes. Don't look down. Never look down. You'll go down. Look forward. Elevate your gaze. There was like half of a second there. Did you notice? See how too, if my arms are straight, it's going to be really difficult. So I need to create that little shelf where I bend my shoulders in front of my elbows to give me that little bit of support. Go on. Show us where you got noodles. Yeah. Yeah. So the great thing about being in the studio is props. So see if you put that there, you get a little bit more lift.
What's this going forwards with?
You see? Anna, let me see how it's working for you. Remember, you have to press your arm into your leg, and you have to press your leg into your arm. Look forward. Yes. Activate your pelvic floor. Active feet. Never, ever. This is not going to work if my feet are just there. I need to have activation in my feet so that I connect. I keep saying this too. It's like, if I'm going to point over there, I'm not going to throw my hand around. I'm going to point my finger. The same thing. If you want your foot to go, use your toes to direct the energy. Otherwise, you look a bit spastic. Yeah, and you're not lifting anything. This is the same lift. If I can lift myself off the floor in any position, it's just the mind that's not used to it. So from here, see if you sit down on your bum, widen your legs. Now, these muscles become tired when we sit in chairs. They become fused and exhausted and lazy. If you look at an animal, they walk like this. We sit like this, and these become compressed. So let's play with them a little bit. Let's activate them. First, see if you take a string of dental floss, wrap it around your big toe, and then pass it through the inside of your legs, through your groin, and to the other one. So when I pull this one goes with it. So you're flossing through your legs and your hips. Yeah. And then see if you can do this sitting upright, and you'll feel a very different sensation. If your bum is in the way, you can take your flubber, just pull it out. Feel your sitting bones. And then see if you take your thighs and rotate them backwards. So see if you can come down a little bit closer and keep flossing. So I actually had a yoga teacher that I really admire write about how her yoga practice is like flossing. Like a lot of people brush their teeth and it's like, oh, I want white teeth, but then they don't floss, and so their breath stinks. And so a lot of people do exercise because they want to look good, but they're not flossing the inside, so they don't feel good. And so yoga is not about like changing how our body looks, it's changing how we feel. And when we feel different, we can do more. Which is why it's good to do. Yeah. Flossing from the inside, right? See if you can come a little bit further down, and then see if you can relax your neck. You can use your hands to support whatever, relax your jaw. See if you can really feel that this is imaginary, but that your legs are getting a little bit longer as you're here, a little bit looser, a little bit more open. And then slowly walk your way back up to sitting straight. Now, pelvic floor, lift. 4 pedals from the sides, lift, and then from the front and the back, lift. Feel that power. Try not to do this. Try to stay upright. Use the pelvic floor to lift one leg. I know, but you see that, and you do it, and it's fine. You're like, oh, before we even done it. You know what I mean? Like, that's your mind judging, and then you're doing it, and it's fine. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we can do 2. Squeeze from your vagina. Do you know what I mean? Like, rather than using your chest, squeeze down here. Squeeze your anus a little bit. A lot of power in here. And then bring your feet together. And then open. Together. Open. Last time together. Reach your arms up all over. And then exhale, fold over your legs. So now you're in the driver's seat. This is your bus. How much you want to go, how far you want to go, where you want to take it, it's completely up to you. But you're always going to know better, feel better, and understand more from a point of relaxation. So check in with your tongue and your chin and your jaw, your forehead and your breath, and make sure that everything is as soft as possible. And then where you want to find that force to pull a little bit, use that, but don't contract against it. Don't resist. There isn't anywhere you're going, you know, like this bus is not leaving your yoga mat, so there's no rush. All this movement, all this work, all this flow, and we haven't left the mat yet. And see if you slowly rise yourself up. Bring your right foot toward your right heel. Turn your empene, the front of your foot in. So if you notice here that you get really tipped over, let's stick a little blanket or a block. You need one. That's too big for you. You're welcome. I think you look pretty good. You look pretty even. I would suggest that you stay there. And then there's a little bit of adjustment that you can do. I'm not sitting on it. It's next to. Yeah. But you notice how like you and me are able to kind of adjust it ourselves, and they're right now like over here, so they need to lift that side. But for you, you can be aware of it and then make sure that this foot is active. Come forward. Press both legs forward. Try to grow your thighs. And then see if you start to lay yourself backward. This knee does not lift. This knee keeps pushing forward and down. And see where you can get to where it feels okay. If you lift, it's wrong. It's so wrong. Don't do it. No, but just because you're compressing again, now we're trying to open this, right? So it's like you're ironing yourself out. And then slowly see if you come up. Don't use your hands. Change your legs around. Take your left foot into your side. See if you can do it without using your hands. Just do it with your legs. Active feet, both of them, surprisingly enough. What? Stay present with your feet. See if you start to come forward. How's the back of your neck? Are you holding tension in your jaw again? Relax your forehead. And then slowly start to make your way backward. Some people feel good to lay all the way down. No. Nope, 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 nope. Staying right here. So we have this idea, no, like the ideal body, like, oh, I want my body to be this way, I want my body to be that way, and then we hurt our bodies because we're not being in the body that we have. And the empowerment of yoga comes from learning to listen to your body, to understand the language that your body is constantly communicating to you in, and then feel, you know, this is too much. Oh, no, this is not enough. I can do more. And learning that, and learning how to treat yourself with love and kindness. And I often say, if you're a mom, you know, like treat your body like you would treat your own child. Or if you're not a mom, then treat it how you would your lover. You know, stop being a bitch to yourself. It's not nice. This is the temple that the goddess moves through in your physical form. So treat it with the love and the respect that it deserves. See if you slowly start to come up. And then I just want to play with one more little flying thing. Now that we're kind of open here, it's a lot here. If you feel like this is impossible, you can use 2 blocks. We're going to come down, hang down here, feel into your feet, press your feet away, and then see if you can lift your legs off the floor. Just try and see what happens. Yes, yes, yes. So again, the pelvic floor needs to be active to lift. Otherwise, it's just the upper body. So you have these locks, we call them in yoga. Right now, you're locking here. I need you to lock from here so that this is one unit and it's all connected. So you kind of come down, suck your belly in, suck your tail in, contract, lift your pelvic floor, and then your legs will come with you. You see what I mean? Because otherwise I'm like, from your vagina is where you have your power center. Is the portal to the other realm, right? It will come back though, that's the thing, like it regenerates. No, mama, they opened it, but part of the balance is also learning how to, you know, open and close, right? Try that. No. Put them under your hands.
Oh, under my hands.
So it just gives you. Oh, you're doing this side?
No. I can try.
Yeah. Squeeze your vagina. That's it.
There you go, queen of vagina.
So many years ago, when I was at high school in India, I found this book. I'm just telling you now because it's funny. It was from 1864, and it outlined the way to meditate for a woman is you put your heel naked inside of your yoni, and then you put your other heel on top of your clitoris, and then you rock like this. And they said like that's the fastest way for a woman to get enlightened. Now I would like to do an inversion. Number 1, rabbit's ear. Number 2 could be shoulder stand. We call this the queen of all asanas. Or the king, connecting your head to the floor. Woohoo! And letting your roots be in the air. Either one's cool. You can do against the wall. Got about 4 or 5 minutes. I suggest doing at least 5 to 7 to maybe 10 breaths where you are. Yes, Georgia, keep your big toes touching, like the inside of your big toes, yes. And then flare your heels out. Yeah. Of course I can. That's why I'm here today. So I normally try to say, like, don't have your elbows too wide, because then when you're up there, you actually don't have as much support as when they're closer. Put the back of your head in, and then you're looking for that spot on top of your head, the fontanella, to be on the floor. And then when you press down with your elbows, it's not all of it on your head, you know what I mean? So you can take a little bit more through your shoulders. Walk your legs in more. Keep walking until your back straight. Keep walking. Keep walking. That's it. Press your elbows down more. You breathing? Yes. Find the wall behind you. Just bend one. That's it. And then come away from the wall. And then squeeze my arm with your legs. That's it. Beautiful. Try to prevent this happening by holding with your core a little. Yes. That's it. You could be here all day now. Beautiful. I'm going to take my arm out, see what happens. Yes, yes, yes. Gracefully come out when you're ready. And then let's come back to where we started. In child's pose. And see if you walk your hands over to the right side. Cross your left arm over your right. Breathe into your left side body and really open the little muscles between your ribs. Open all the way down along your waist. Not stretching, expansion. Expansion. Once you've gone there, you can't go back. You can only go better. And the surprise of the morning, let's do the other side too. Come back to the center. See if you come down onto your belly. All right, so hands underneath the shoulders. Relax your head, probably on your forehead. I'm going to keep my head forward so I can speak and not get muffled. So if you lift your legs off the floor, and then with your breath, 5 breaths where you bring your feet together, and then you open your legs as wide as you can. Bring your feet together, touch your toes, and then open them as wide as you can, and then bring them together, and then bring them apart, together. And then slowly lower your feet and press the tops of your feet down. Lift your knees, suck your belly button in from the floor. Bring your hands down so that your fingertips are in line with your nipples. Elbows in, slide them back. Walnut, press into the floor and lift yourself up. Keep squeezing your bum. Not all the way to straight, just where you can stop. And then see what happens if you take your arms off. Keep pressing the tops of your feet down. Lift your thighs, lift your belly button. Come a little bit higher. One more time. Lift a little bit higher without pushing your belly button down. Slowly relax. How could it possibly get better? 1, 2, 3, arms and legs. Reach back and lift. And then see if you lift one leg a little bit higher while you lower the other one. And then do that very slowly. 3, 4, 5. Lift your legs and your arms higher. And a little bit higher. And then slowly release. Cross your feet at your ankles. Roll all the way over. Come onto your bum. Oh yay, fun times. Navasana. Knees can be bent. You know, sometimes that people come and they try to give you their shit and you don't want it. That moment now, we're going to practice that. So what you need to do is you need to go, no. You know, like just push it away, like no. Maybe like 5 more times. And you can do it a little bit stronger. You can do it like, oh no. But mean it. And then we hold here. We're going to count to 1, 2, 3, 4. And on 5, bring your knees into your chest and press them into your chest. Press your hands forward and push that energy away. You don't want it, don't need it. You're all good. Can you feel your inner core working? Core's like, my integrity says, no, thank you. I don't want it. It's not mine. It doesn't belong to me. I didn't cause it. Take it back. Consciousness attached. Return to sender. Lift your legs up. And then slowly lay your chest and your back down, but keep your legs where they are. Bring your knees to about 90 degrees. Open your arms. Rest your head on the floor, and then walnut, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your head, tuck your chin into your chest, and then pull your head away from your shoulders. Lower your head down. Turn your palms down so that you're holding onto the floor. Lift your bum slightly and slightly move it towards the left. Lower your knees to the right. Try to keep your knees on top of each other, your feet on top of each other. Everybody's going to have to push the left knee a little bit more forward to get it more on top of the right knee. You feel that? Feel what happens in your back? Oh my God. Last 3, 2, 1. Try to use your core, that strong center in the middle of you, to lift your legs up. Hop your butt a little bit to the right and then lower your knees together and on top of each other to your left. Keep your right shoulder on the floor. So normally I come over and I give you a little bit of a support in this, but this morning it's feeling so good for me that I'm just going to be super selfish and just stay here. So nice. Do you ever do this in the morning in bed before you get up? Or do you ever do this in bed before you go to sleep? Totally recommended. Releasing that tension that we all have in the lower back, which pertains to, you know, family and home and security and all of that. All right, friend, you can stay here a little bit longer if you want, but if you're ready, let's go really advanced yoga now and find our way into Shavasana. You can use a bolster, you can use your pillow, you can get a pillow on top of your body or underneath your body where you feel the need for support. Try to keep your shoulder blades a little bit in so that your heart stays nice and elevated. So this part of the practice is really the yin part. All the other stuff is yang in the sense that it's moving and shifting and creating dynamic change in the body, moving the energy that you are, that you have. This part of the practice is about surrendering, creating space. Space for what? Space for more. There's always more. And sometimes, you know, in the beginning of the spiritual journey, you're like, oh my God, change. I don't want to change. Like, how many boyfriends have you had who are like, no, but this is just who I am and I can't do anything about it? And you're like, oh my God, come on. But we can be so much like that and we get rigid and boring. And then we advance on the spiritual journey and we realize there is some kind of cohesive truth in that the more we surrender, the softer we become, the more we let go, the more space there is for spirit and for that gracious sensation of being in the flow. So I give you permission for the next few minutes to surrender something that's been weighing you down, that you've been carrying too long. It's been getting heavy and in the way and not working for you. Whether you need to forgive yourself or forgive somebody else, or maybe even it's time to cut an energetic cord. Ganapataye namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye namaha. So is there any part where you're still holding on? Trust me, it's okay. Just for 5 more minutes, you can let go. Your body will be here when you get back. So will all of your problems. It's okay. Your job right now is not to find solutions to problems. Your job right now is to stop finding problems. Surrender to this divine spirit that animates you, that gives you life. This is your life. You are the life. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Namah Shivaya, Om 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 Namah Shivaya. Open up your heart, 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 open up your heart. There's that meeting point inside of you. The connection between the two greatest energies in our world. The playground between your feet, Mother Earth, Gaia, Pachamama. And then heaven, spirit, consciousness, source, Shiva, 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 earth, Shakti, Shakti, and Shiva. And when you take these two energies apart, you have Shava, Shavasana. That's what you are now, this dead body about to have some parts of you become compost and sink back down into the earth, and some parts of you illuminated more, more, more. There's always more with the light of source coming down from heaven and into you. These two energies meet in the center of your being, at your love center, your heart space. And really, we think so much. We love to think that it's our intellect and our minds that set us apart from animals or whatever, but really it's the heart that makes the human a spiritual being. Remember who you are. Remember why you're here. Not to be in your head, to be in your heart. Come to your heart. From your heart, start to feel how the blood is pumping around your body, connecting this red blood, this red water of your inner oceans to every part. Every part connects to your heart. Feel your heartbeat, feel your heart's rhythm, see if there's any messages for you coming from your heart. Heart is a sensitive little creature, so powerful and so sensitive. Feels everything. And yeah, opening your heart hurts, but it's not painful. You can have hurt feelings without developing hard feelings, can't you? Little by little, that movement of your blood, feel it tingle and prickle in your hands and your feet, and then start to move your fingers and your toes. Release yourself from the dead. Come back to life. Life is here waiting for you. Use your breath to suck life back into your body. Fill yourself up with prana, baby. Yeah, it's good for you. Breathe more, especially if you're going to have to put a mask on in a minute. Relax your face. Show us your real face. And you know what couldn't hurt? Those little muscles next to your mouth. Just activate them and put a little smile on your face and see what happens to your mind. Smile, 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 smile. You have such a beautiful smile. Invite that smile into your belly. And then little by little, as you're ready, wiggle, stretch, hug yourself, whatever you need. We're going to meet in easy pose. And as soon as you come into easy pose, I want you to become easy and still. Use your breath as your guru. Focus on your breath. Don't go anywhere in your mind yet. The breath goes in, the breath goes out. The breath goes in, the breath goes out. Follow your breath on the way in. Where does it go? Follow your breath on the way out. Where does it go? In and out. Is it your breath? Is this breath really yours? Are you breathing or are you being the breath? Is the breath being you? Stay with your breath. Stay with your guru. So isn't it true that we often find things in the last place where we look? And this whole time we've been running around looking for someone to love us and somebody to fulfill us and somebody on the outside, and really that greatest love that we can ever experience is that love inside of ourselves. You feel it in your heart. Oh. It's not even a question of giving or receiving. It's just pure loving, just a verb. It's just going and going and going and loving and loving and loving and loving, and it doesn't stop even when it hurts. And it doesn't get hard feelings. It might feel them for a moment, but then it comes back to loving. And even sometimes when we have to let people go, we can send them with love, and we can stay loving ourselves. See if you bring your hands to your lower belly. So grateful to have got a woman's body this lifetime. Yes, it's magic in here. What we can manifest, what we can create is so cool. You literally have a space portal to a different dimension, and through that dimension you can bring in new, fresh souls, spirits, energies, ideas. It's all happening through you, woman. Bring that energy up into your heart. Loving, 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 loving. And to your mind. And then slowly, as you bring your hands back to your heart, raise your heart to meet your hands. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Bring your chin slightly in. Pull the 3 hairs on the top of your head up towards the ceiling. Just go with it. And then we're going to end with the mantra Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi, Hari Om. And see if you can bring the sound from these 3 places. So from your uterus, your womb space, your sacred space, to your loving center, to your space computer. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Do it again. Let's Om. Om. Shanti. Hari. Go for it. Om.